Good morning, everybody. My morning started with going to the fields and picking up some field flowers for drying. The flower that I'm holding in my hand is called tansy, and it's a very nice flower to dry. Pastures and fields are a jewel of our country. But there is something that has changed dramatically, especially comparing to the previous years. The fields are getting scarcer and scarcer, and here I'm talking about field flowers. No one picks them here in big amounts, and there are no big herds of cattle to graze this area. I suppose it all comes down to the climate change that affected this biodiversity in our area. I don't know if the same is happening to many other fields in Belarus, but that is a local thing that I noticed. With every year, there is more and more land that is being cultivated. Since we live in an agricultural region, cultivated land is a very common sight. Pastures are disappearing gradually, and those pastures that are left, they are very scarce. And in this beautiful place, my mom kindly reminded me of running. So I did that, and I quite enjoyed her company this time. What I loved doing when I was a child is actually scaring away these butterflies. I'm going to get a bit of potatoes because for today we're going to cook babka. It is a traditional Belarusian dish and it was featured in some of my videos before. So I'm going to provide a link. It's a very easy dish to make, but it's so incredibly delicious, tasty and full in calories for sure. So the best thing about babka is that I'm going to pick a couple of bushes and I'm going to dig out the potatoes. I still don't know what I'm going to get in the end. It's still early to harvest this whole field of potatoes.
Вы работаете? Ну, тогда приедет Наташа, это моя напарница, книжка получается. Не получалось, что и... Ну да, вот сейчас я перезвоню, там, в течение, может, часа этого или час. Ну, короче...
That is actually the third bush that I picked, and at this point you could figure out that for me it was very hard to stop. The most relaxing thing for me is actually to work with the soil. That's why you can notice that when I dig out potatoes, I'm always barefoot. And the reason why I couldn't stop is because I have a lot of varieties here and I wanted to try and dig out every bush in order to see and check the size of the potatoes. I'm going to harvest the potatoes closer to the end of August.
Прям наполовину порезала. Блин. Ай-яй-яй. Так.
That's how I actually decided to dig out only 2 bushes for one dish. I couldn't stop. Today, I also started the experiment that I've been waiting for the entire summer, because you can make this grafting only in August in our area. Here I'm grafting my roses to a rose hip stem. It's going to be incredibly beautiful, and I'm going to see the results later on. I still have no idea if there will be any success with it. A week ago, our pear tree went through some trials as we had really strong wind. I think that the support systems that we installed really helped the pear tree and it didn't crack in the end. The only unlikely result was that we collected a basket of unripe pears. We left them to lay for a week in order to get softer. And I suggested to make pear jam that I haven't tasted since my childhood. They are gradually getting ripe now, so I decided to shake the tree in order to get a bit more pears for the jam.